Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. I actually really wanted to do this video with Chris, but unfortunately he's at work right now and this is the only time that I could find to sit down and actually do this. And this guy is almost ready to come out, so I really need to get this going. Maybe tonight when Chris comes back, I'll ask him some questions because I wanted to ask him some stuff regarding the symptoms that I had, so I think that'll be fun. So I wanted to talk about all the pregnancy symptoms that I've experienced, some of them which are pretty common and some of them that I had no idea about and they took me by surprise. So if I can at least help one person out there prepare better while they're pregnant, then that's my hope. So let's get started and talk about all the fun pregnancy symptoms. There are the usual ones like cramps, fatigue, and morning sickness. Cramps might not be too common, but I had them actually even before I knew I was pregnant, and it might come with some spotting, but it's totally fine, it's normal. It's basically your uterus just preparing to stretch and grow. But as long as, you know, there's no bleeding, you should be fine. Mention it to your doctor, OB, as well, just in case. And what helped me with morning sickness is actually taking Unisum and vitamin B6. Unisum is basically like a sleeping pill, so it'll like knock you out. Even now, it's safe to take during your whole pregnancy, and I'll take like half a tablet and it'll knock me out for like 10 plus hours. And your OB will usually tell you to try that first because the prescription medication is basically the same ingredients. I don't know, maybe they might be a little bit stronger, but it's extremely expensive. I think you take 1 or 2 a day, but it was over $70 for 3 days. So thank goodness the Unisum and vitamin B6 combination worked for me. I mean, I still felt pretty sick here and there, and I did throw up like a few times, but it really does help. And when Chris went to actually buy this stuff at the pharmacy, the pharmacist there was like, it's so much better for us to be like sleeping all day than throwing up all day, which is totally true. And it works out because then you solve your fatigue issue because you just sleep all day. And you're so tired because, I mean, your body is going to change so much. My morning sickness started at 6 weeks, which is pretty normal, but it lasted all the way to 21 weeks. That's like almost 4 months. And that was not fun. Some women experience it during their whole pregnancy. Thankfully that was not me. 4 months was hard enough, but yeah, hopefully that combination will help you. This next one is a little bit TMI, but your boobs obviously will start getting bigger because all the hormones again, and they'll probably keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There's like phases. I think it happened like that, but with the growth your skin stretches a lot, so you're gonna need nipple cream, and they start getting really itchy, so be prepared for that. I had no idea, and it was like crazy itchy. And I actually talked to 2 friends that are pregnant right now, and they said they experienced the same thing, which was so unexpected for me because I asked my sister and my sister-in-law and my mom, and they were like, they had no idea. So yeah, I thought there was something wrong, but it's normal. Some women get itching all over their bodies. I experienced that like 1 week, but if it gets really bad and you start seeing like rashes, obviously talk to your OB because they have to do like blood work to make sure your hormones and like everything's okay. Oh my gosh, one thing that I actually loved having or not having is skin, like clear skin. All my life I had trouble with skin. I always break out like adult acne and everything. That have like a lot of scars, but ever since I got pregnant I have not had 1 pimple. Like, it's amazing. Like, I want to stay pregnant forever. But I know some women, they actually start breaking out worse usually they say that if you're having a girl. I'm having a boy and my skin is like totally clear, so I don't know. But just be aware, because you cannot use your usual like acne medication, because the ingredients are obviously so strong, like retinol and stuff like that, that it'll affect the baby's growth. So make sure you talk to your OB or your dermatologist before you like use them, because it could be like a big problem. I think like retinol, I read something about vitamin A too. If you have too much of it, it can affect the baby. But yeah, just make sure with your doctor. Another weird one that a lot of women get is a sensitive, like higher sense of smell, which I think contributes to the morning sickness, because you can smell everything like 10 times, 20 times more, and it's so strong. So that's something to watch out for. There's nothing you can really do about it. So the leg cramps. Thankfully, I only had them shortly during my second trimester. It's like restless legs, and it's usually at night, so then you have trouble sleeping. But they don't really know exactly the cause of it. I mean, it might be the compression of your blood vessels, a lack of like calcium or magnesium, but they usually happen at night. And if you ever had restless legs, it's so annoying. You just can't sleep and you feel like you have to like get up and walk. What helped me is wearing compression socks at night. You know, just buy them in Walmart or Amazon, and lots of massages by Chris. A huge one that has been bothering me the whole pregnancy is the increased heart rate. If you haven't seen my pregnancy Q&A video, I'll put it right here, but I talk a little bit more in detail about my heart condition. My heart is healthy, everything is fine. It's just that with the pregnancy is a little bit higher than normal, like the pregnancy standards, and it's just been such a hard thing to get used to. I mean, I do take medication that the doctor prescribed, but this tiny little change, and the only solution to it is to give birth, so I'm just waiting for that. Most women will have those palpitations, but hopefully for you it's not as bad, because seriously it feels like I'm having like anxiety or panic attacks, and I just have to like do deep breaths and stuff. So yeah, kind of sucks. Yeah, this one has been like the most negative symptom I've had. It's like worse than morning sickness almost, and morning sickness is bad. So yeah. Man, this one is also pretty bad, but your gums will get really sensitive. I mean, growing up, I never had a cavity, like never had an issue with my teeth, so I was always felt so lucky about that. But with this pregnancy, I think with the morning sickness, and you can't really eat a lot of like healthy things. I did eat a lot of sweets and sour things, but your gums are gonna get so sensitive, and sometimes they'll bleed. And I did go to the dentist, and they told me that I have like 2, maybe 4 cavities. And this only happened like this year. Like I've never had cavities before, so I'm like so scared. I have to go back actually after I give birth to get them all fixed. But yeah, I had no idea this could happen. My teeth just got ruined because of this pregnancy. And I hate dentists, and I'm so scared, but that's something to look out for. Just make sure you floss. I always brush my teeth, but I don't really floss that well. So yeah, I guess that's on me. A few other symptoms that are pretty common are, you know, backaches, swelling of the hands and feet, and heartburn. The backaches are pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you're carrying all this weight, so your back's gonna hurt. The swelling can happen because, I mean, again, all the hormone changes, the liquid retention and pressure. I asked some women what helped them with the swelling, and a lot of them say yoga, you know, meditation, exercising. For me also, I drink the pumpkin concentrate juice. They come in like little packets, and they sell them at Korean markets. I take that every morning, and it does help, but I mean, you can't get rid of that completely, so if your feet start getting like really swollen, ask your partner for a massage with like some oil, and that's really nice. I think with the swelling, when it started becoming like an everyday thing and it wouldn't go away, the carpal tunnel started kicking in. I guess that's pretty common as well because of the blood flow. Like, I don't know, but in the mornings and at night, literally, I will not be able to bend my fingers more than this. And it's like really painful. I talked to the midwives and my nurse, and honestly the only thing you can do to relieve the pain is wear the gloves for carpal tunnel, which they sell, I don't know, at Kroger and Walmart, and maybe like soak your hands on warm water. But man, that was, even like now, making a fist kind of hurts and lifting heavy things. So hopefully this will go away right after birth. I'm actually not sure, I haven't asked, but I hope so. For the heartburn, you can take a lot of over-the-counter medications. I don't remember exactly which ones, but ask your doctor. For me, Tums works totally fine. The directions say to take 2 Tums, but actually if I take 2, TMI, I get extra constipated, which is another symptom. You get constipated because your like organs are all like squished and stuff because of the baby. But just 1 Tums and that usually gets rid of it. It's just like all the hormonal changes, and then like as you go later in your pregnancy, your joints and muscles start relaxing more, so all that like stomach acid fluid stuff like spills out, and it's not comfortable. But again, Tums worked totally fine for me. I think Pepsid is one of the ones you can take as well. But yeah, ask your doctor. This will last until the very end of your pregnancy, so get used to it. And last but not least, maybe save the most fun for last, but TMI. I think this whole video is like TMI, but if you're watching it, you're probably expecting it. So the last one is incontinence. Your bladder is gonna be squished by the baby, so every time you cough, laugh, like maybe, I don't know, bend down to grab something, like all the pressure is gonna squeeze your bladder, and if you're not ready, a little pee is gonna leak out. It's just totally normal. Oh my gosh, this happened to me for the first time during my 2nd trimester. I mean, the baby wasn't even that big, but we were at the beach and we were walking. It was like sunset, it was so beautiful, and then I had to sneeze, and then I got really scared. I was like, oh my gosh, like I sneezed twice. And after that, I had to go back to the room to change and get like cleaned up, because I was just not expecting that. Doing Kegels or pelvic floor exercises will help you strengthen your muscles down there. So every time you do need to cough or sneeze, especially, just like tighten up, do a Kegel, and then like sneeze. And yeah, that solved the problem for me. And it's also good exercise for when you actually give birth. Like, it'll strengthen your muscles, so I think it reduces your chances of like tearing down there. So that's another good thing to do and be prepared for. What I actually found very useful is my Thinks panties. I used to use them obviously for when I was on my period, but since I don't get my period now, I will wear those once in a while, and like it'll help me like not have to wear panty liners or pads or anything like that. If you're interested in purchasing some, I actually purchased a set of Postpartum Panties. They have like a whole set, gift set. I'll put the link in the description below, and you can get $10 off. So okay guys, that is all for today. Again, I wanted to ask Chris some questions because yeah, I'm the one who's going through these pregnancy symptoms, but he's going through them as well, like together, right? Like emotionally and like physically too, because whenever like I had to get something, go out, like, and I couldn't, he would be the one who would go out and get stuff. You know, it's emotionally tolling on them too. Obviously not as much as us who are going through it. But yeah, when he comes back, I'll ask him some questions, maybe catch him off guard, so that'll be fun. So stay tuned.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Hey Chris.
Is this how we're doing?
I have a question. What is, in your opinion, the worst pregnancy symptom that I had?
What the heck? Morning sickness?
Morning sickness? No,
I was
just
not ready for this.
I just asked, in your opinion, what is the worst like pregnancy symptom
That you've had, like you're pregnant.
that we've had to experience.
Morning sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why? Like how was it bad for you too?
No, none of the symptom you had was bad for me.
Like having to go out to like Kroger and get me stuff.
No, I just felt really bad, like watching you like not being able to eat. That was the only bad one to me.
Oh yeah?
Everything else was totally fine, yeah. Well, to me, anyways.
Yeah, it's because you can't feel like my carpal tunnel or my heart, right? My heart rate.
Oh, the heart rate was really bad. It looked bad. I mean, as a husband, honestly, like I thought the morning sickness was like the worst for you, but I guess from your point of view, maybe the heart rate
yeah.
could have been the worst one. Would have been the worst one because morning sickness was not only, but it was short compared to all the other pregnancy stuff you had, like the heart rate forever from beginning until now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Huh.
Nice. And what do you think the best one was?
Best one, your belly.
My belly? How is it a symptom? Like just a growing...
Oh, symptom. I thought just pregnancy.
Right.
Symptom, the best symptom? Oh, your skin.
Oh, high five. I said that too.
Because your toast butter. Before pregnancy, she would put butter like this. As much as she can spread, it makes no difference. But now it's like... It's like the bread is this thick and you see a different layer of butter. Like, if the bread is this thick, butter is like this thick on top of a bread like that. Am I explaining it right?
I don't know. Okay, yeah, wow, I said the same thing.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy how that, yeah. You know what? I found out the one symptom that you have that actually gave me a little bit of inconvenience.
Oh, which one?
Your heat.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Not just me, actually your parents too, because we're living together. Yeah, but nobody can say anything and nobody would dare like turn up the temperature in the house because you're so hot. While everyone else is like cold. Look at me wearing this vest in the house. And Brenda is just wearing a little t-shirt thingy.
Yeah, I'm always wearing like t-shirt, sometimes shorts, and the rest of my family are like...
Especially in the morning when I'm trying to get ready for work. I'm out of the bed, I'm like... And then I see Brenda not even wearing the blanket. She's just like wide open like...
So when I go to sleep, I just wear a t-shirt. And sometimes I don't even, use the blanket.
Yeah. Most morning when I'm like shivering, she's on the bed even like without blanket. So I'm like...
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I'm about to complain. And then I look at her, I'm like... I just move on shaking like this.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you have another person inside. So it's like double the heat. And it's just so hot. I don't know how women would do it when they're pregnant, like in the middle of summer. Yeesh.
For the record, I am not complaining. I am not complaining.
He's been really good.
It's not even an inconvenience, okay? It's just whatever, okay? I'm not complaining.
Okay. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new, hopefully. And if there's any pregnant ladies watching, I hope I helped you prepare a little bit better. So yeah, give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.